I think, if I remember my time correctly. The last war ended in an event called the Day of Mourning.
Ah, yes. Zach understands the Day of Mourning. Emmy, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure he was on another plane of existence at some point.
Of course, I remember my birthday.
Wait a moment. That don't make no sense. Every day's got a morning.
Now, he remembers when Balthazar got very angry and upset when a purser offered her that mirror.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Bima was about to witness a hate crime.
It was Bemmy's birthday, and he had to give me my presents because that's how it works. You showed up with a fantastic mirror that was so beautifully fucked up. And then she poked you in the chest, and you got something special from it.
It made the voices go away.
Oh, well. For a year, if I remember correctly. For a year. You get it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, an agent of Arcanesson known as Kulthsod the Watcher in Bronze has tasked us with an assignment to basically check in with the lizard folk and see what they're up to and give them a report. So we've traveled to, I can't look at the map to remember the name, but the new capital of this warmongering lizard folk empire. And we met an old friend, Rordaka, who we saved a while back. We participated in a big, not a prize tournament, but a exhibition tournament. That's the word I was looking for.
Right, I got fucking mollywopped, didn't I?
No. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that vernacular, but
you were on the phone in the background. Mimo was tuning you out.
Oh, okay.
While they were fighting. They did pretty good, actually.
All right.
Yeah, we put on a really good show and impressed the chieftain, and we got to enjoy his company for the feast. We told some stories, we heard some stories, and talked to people about what the plans are. When we heard the tale of an elf by the name of Sujor, yes. By the name of Sujor, who said that I don't remember, the term was the Wandering Dead or something along those lines, were attacking his village, and that's why he came here to the lizard folk to recruit help. But they were just kind of dicking around and not sending any assistance.
They were putting down a rebellion, to their credit. They actually had a valid reason, but yeah.
Not to Purser.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Purser and Mercy were instantly on board with, we have to go and destroy the undead. So once the dinner wrapped up and we got what we needed, we went to the guy and we're like, "Hey, we'll help you. Tell us everything. I follow the torch of progress." And through our questioning, we learned that his village is one host to an ancient giantish artifact called the... Oh, what was the name?
Transcend.
Yeah, that a giantish artifact with a stupid name.
I didn't make it.
And it apparently allows you to travel between planes somehow. Secondly, they are under attack, or were under attack, by a vampire. The very same vampire that
Did we release that one?
I don't think we released him. I think he was already being released when we appeared.
Okay.
You guys showed up and
were there.
Distracted.
That's okay. But this is I'm assuming this is the same vampire.
It is exactly the same guy from the description.
Okay.
We went over his weaknesses and strengths. He has basically his weaknesses and strengths are increased relative to a normal vampire. He's a lot stronger and faster, but he's also weaker to light and fire and all that. Maybe he just explodes when he touches holy water, but we'll find out. So we've traveled to Sojor's home island, Katen, was it?
Absolutely.
Katen. And which was the very same island that had a giantish ruin that Lady Irostrin, the archaeologist from Moorgrave University, wanted to check out. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone and wipe out an undead menace. Hopefully save some of this guy's people and check out some cool giant stuff.
Poke it with a stick. Yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
going to be safe poking with a stick.
It's going to be a very long stick.
10-foot, DM. These are a thing.
Now, the problem is that this island and the guy's village, they have a lot of planar bullshit going on. Creatures that are clearly affected by planar influence, monstrosities and aberrations galore, call this place home. And the guy waited to tell us until we got there that there's these giant swarms of man-eating rats and ear rabbits that eat sound and who knows what else. And we were just ambushed by some swarms.
He did make it clear they're normally not that bad. They keep the numbers down.
Right, normally they're able to cull them, but I guess in a month they've just exploded in population.
Yeah, there's nobody to keep the numbers down.
Yeah, we don't have any sign of undead yet, and the creatures notably have no indication of vampiric taint or otherwise. They're just awful.
Okay, they're just, that's almost worse. They don't have an excuse.
I feel
Yeah,
like,
you'll-
honestly, if a vampire tried to drink from one of the ear rabbits, they would just start vomiting.
I think
All right.
potentially, but there are some known Delkir-touched vampires, so
That's fair.
anything's possible.
That's fair. Delkir are an infection, basically. I love that even the Overlord minions don't want anything to do with them. They.
hmm
But anyways, yeah. That they were in the middle of a fight. Honestly, they weren't doing bad, but some of the local allies that were sent along to quote unquote secure the island.
Oh yeah, some of the elite lizard folk warriors were like, "Yeah, we're gonna earn some glory," and they came along for the ride.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean they've distracted some of the monsters so far.
Considering what's going on, they've done very well. And it's not a glorious battle against impossible odds if everyone is okay at the end.
Yeah, if everyone lives, then it obviously wasn't that challenging. So,
yeah, and this sort of warrior culture, there's got to be at least one empty seat at the table.
Yeah. But yeah, Bemmy, if you would be so kind as to roll into initiative, or if you really wanted to RP it, you could have him continue arguing with me while.
You know what? It's all right. Yeah, I'll roll and do initiative.
She finally finished
No,
filling you in.
I'll think of something. I'll think of something to say before I shoot someone.
When Bemmy didn't help in the gladiator fight, he was gonna start yelling, but he saw what was going on. It's probably best to leave Mima alone to yell at him. I can't make it worse.
Yeah, most of this time has been her complaining about the Scream Weaver keeps fucking contacting her and asking for help, and she don't have that kind of help, that kind of time to just give away. And the Scream Weaver and her were never good friends, and it's
like when your grandma just takes you around and stops to talk to everyone, and you have to sit there and listen.
Yeah. No, this time it's not even a gladiatorial fight. There's crab rat fiends, meanwhile.
Don't you put that mirror down!
But
Betrayal.
The part of why I wanted you to roll is because I knew you would beat everyone.
Yeah.
So, Demi, you are first in the order. Mima seems to have tuckered herself out, complaining about her fellow friends is a strong word, but acquaintances. And yeah, what would you like to do? Things are you heard noises in the background, but actually looking around through your goggles, yeah, a bit of a situation.
Big blue bugs, bad guys. Yes.
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 They are actually swarms of small things, from my
Oh,
understanding.
These ones are swarms. These ones are just big and awful.
Okay.
all right. Then I would like to. You know what? I want to go fast. I'm gonna do Zephyr Strike.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't used it in a while.
And the yellow bubble around Mercy is a spirit guardians.
Yes.
It is set to ignore you.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
that was gonna be my next question. Like I know, like I know we're friends, but maybe.
On the other hand,
Maybe she didn't think to exclude you because she figured you were busy talking on the phone.
yeah, yeah.
I will
Say
shoot.
Bemi's name to exclude him from the list, and Mima just gets offended that you're interrupting.
All right, I'm gonna shoot this guy. This one right here. I have a little bit of space, and that'll be a-okay. So we'll go 1, 17
And
hit.
it's this boy right here.
Yep.
You have advantage. That one is currently covered in purple fire.
Oh,
Your local guide helped by casting fairy fire.
okay.
Yeah, so 22 and 27 both hit.
Boom, boom, 17, and due to Zephyr Strike being cast.
Oh, also for a quick tactical recap, they haven't shown many exotic abilities, but if they hit you, they can make you, I think, silent and deaf, because they
Silent
eat
and
your
deaf.
sound.
You mean to
And
tell
they
me
can-
that could have been something that would have happened to Bemi all this time, and none of you pushed him into one of these things while he's on the phone with Mima? He would have had. Oh man,
Yeah, that and they can grapple.
With the
that
like
would have
weird
been.
ribs that are coming out of their chest area thing.
Pedipalps.
All right,
Okay.
21 points of damage. Wow. Yes,
I
21.
got it. I am
20.
confident my calculator uses calculator. Okay, so yeah, you shoot the thing a couple times. It does not like that. Let's see. It's not concentrating on anything. It's not a caster, so it's going to continue to grip this very, very badly injured-looking lizard folk warrior who's trying to kill it. Anything else?
Yes, I still have a movement.
Question.
Yes.
Because he technically just rolled into initiative, which that's normally the thing for his extra
Oh yeah,
attack.
yeah, that's fair. I would allow that. That's fine.
You sure? Okay. All right. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, "Nah, you
Yeah.
guys have already been through more than
No,
one round of
I'm
combat."
good with
Yeah,
that.
the only reason I ask is because it if I remember correctly, it says when he rolls into initiative. So,
Oh.
like, even technically speaking, uh,
Which subclass
What?
is that?
The Gloomstalker Ranger.
at
I'll
least
pull it up and double check.
that's what I vaguely remember the rules saying.
I
It
mean,
sounds right, and it's a
I'm
reasonable
good.
accommodation.
I'm good with it either way. You weren't here, so counts as the first
Yeah.
time you're here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just curious now.
Alright.
You have another attack if you want to make it.
Skidoo.
That also hits.
Another 22. And
It is the start of your first turn in each combat, so yeah,
Nice.
it's not even when he makes an initiative check.
then you add on an additional 15.
All right.
36 total, not bad.
Now I get to move without
you do.
having any opportunity attacks to me.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Actually, let's see.
You could run ahead. You could legit just do like, guys, I'm gonna go check, and just like run down the path, leave combat.
I am.
A longbow gives you like 100 feet of like range increment, so I want to run off the map.
If I had someone regular do that, I would start prepping shit off the map. Like, I'll run off the fucking map. Okay, that's where the that's where the fucking CR8 is just waiting for just you 100 feet off the map.
Give me a perception check. Give me.
Yeah, it's the 8th time you've done this.
Okay, and then I will move there.
Cool. And then Balthazar, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You have smooshed all things within smooshing range.
I like to kill.
That's fair.
Action, move there. Then I'll attack that one, flanking for 22 and 25.
Okay, yep. Those both hit.
Believe I had to hit my mom. I think I did. So 11 plus 17, so 19 damage.
Okay.
Then I'll like to flurry.
Cool.
16, is that it?
16 hits, yep.
Alright, so that'll be another 23 damage, all fours.
Okay. Alright, yeah, it is, it does not like any of that. As you're beating on it, it is now bloodied. And, yeah, that's just not a good time. Anything else?
That's it.
These guys, I believe, are dead. Take them off the initiative order.
Not exactly one for
That one's-
one, but this is what I. Never mind.
This one. Mercy is going to just stand there and be a force for irradiating good. I don't know. All right, this one here. She'll do healing after the battle if that's necessary. This guy here sees his stranded companion get overwhelmed by a swarm of monsters, so he's going to continue trying to fight them. He's going to do a. See. That wouldn't work against a swarm. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a tooth dagger, I guess. Wow, and that misses, and that's it. This boy here is gonna try. Let's see, would he try and get free? He's gonna try and get free. He's in a fucking bad way, and he's not suicidally stupid. All right. Grapple. Athletics. He's pretty decent at that. Okay, well, not that decent at. And I don't think Fairy Fire gives. No. Okay. All right. Well, he can't get free with 2. He rolled 2. All right. These guys are dead. Jotazo, what would you like to do?
I am exactly where I want to be, so
You're not flanking on something that's covered in that's basically highlighted in your VATS vision, so you can absolutely hit the hell out of it.
Yep. So 1, 2. Ooh, critical.
Nice. Where was that when I was fighting rats? Yeah.
Okay, and so 14, 18, 23 damage on the nat thing.
All right.
Okay.
Doesn't like that as you just beat the shit out of it with a reinforced club. Jeez. Or, well, actually, is this? We've been calling it a club. Is it actually a club, or is it like a legit Warhammer?
It's a legit Warhammer.
Okay. I've been envisioning like a reinforced club, but yeah, Warhammer, that is more appropriate.
I think I basically declared that it is like effectively a 28-ounce roofing, like 28-ounce Estwing hammer.
Fair enough. All right. And is there anything else before I skip? Before I go ahead.
Nope, I'm good.
All right,
But
Purser, what would you like to do? Dan, you're muted.
Aha! I was not muted. I was just
Quiet.
Deep in thought.
Yeah. That's
enough.
it. You just weren't listening.
That's my problem. Yep.
Yeah,
Now that I am listening, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move over here before this swarm overtakes all the lizard folk I'm protecting. And I'm going
fair.
to extra attack.
Okay.
First off with a green flame blade.
All right. That is a valid concern. You did see them engulf someone.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
That is some annoying damage.
No, that wasn't what I was chuckling about, Purser. Stand back, scaled primitives. the
Whoa!
Christian holy man is here to save you. All right. Nice.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
Okay. They don't like that. They're not quite halved yet, but yeah, you just one of them just instantly dies as you skewer through it as it leaps towards you and just catches fire. And as you flick it away, you're able to just effortlessly go into a slice that bisects two of them. And
Nice.
the swarm shrinks a little. And it's this guy's turn. He's not sure if it's helping, but he thinks it's helping to keep up the spell, so he's gonna do that. Does he have any other support spells? Oh, he can produce flame. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire at it since he has advantage. 17, that actually hits. And for 8 damage. Okay. First damage he's done. Yeah, he just, like, a ball of fire appears in his hand and he throws it at. Yeah, it continues to not enjoy being beaten to death. Alright, it's these guys' turn. Let's see, Purser, you are not at max hit points, so
That is correct.
Bloodlust activates, and they seem to be better at trying to kill things that are hurt.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Blood Frenzy.
Yeah, I know exactly the feature you're referring to, and I don't like it.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Fine. Honestly, that's how they've been. Whoa, Jeffrey. They critic.
Uh-oh!
Alright, I did not expect that. 1 sec.
Get behind me!
I mean, it's
Get behind me, Purser says as he lathers barbecue sauce on himself.
38 piercing.
Don't misrepresent me. I do that in advance.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, he could just be a messy eater, honestly. But 38 piercing damage, Jesus. Yeah, I know.
That's
So
a
I
lot
guess-
even for my tank.
Ah!
Yeah, so you guys just watch Purser go down.
He's just covered in a swarm of mandible rats.
Yeah. Huh.
That's ew.
I did not expect that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, they're just gonna they're quite happy with that meal. They don't multi-attack or anything. They don't need to move. It's this one's turn. It's in Mercy's thing. It needs to do a wisdom save. Oral Hunter. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Whatever. All right. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Is it wisdom? Yeah, it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. Did save, so half damage. All right. Let's roll on. I think she upcast that. I don't remember. Let me see if she took the spell slot off. That would be how I'd keep track.
It might have been a 4th level.
Let me look here. She doesn't say she used any 4th level, so I'm gonna.
No,
and
maybe
there is
not.
one missing from 3rd, so I'm gonna assume it's that. Spirit Guardians. Do the thing. Okay. All right. So have 5 damage. Not bad. Right. This one is bloodied. And let's see, they're not that dumb. Things aren't going great, but only one of them has died thus far. Someone just went down over here. Yeah, you know what? Oh, right. Its movement speed is halved because it might only be able to get to Mercy, in which case it doesn't have a lot of other options. Oh, it's got decent. Okay. 10, 20. It has just enough movement speed to get here. And you know what? I can't think of a reason it would ignore Mercy. Mercy is like the source of it. It's smart enough to know she's causing problems, so it is going to attack Mercy. All right. So it's gonna do 1 rib hook attack to see if it can get her. 11 does not hit. So then it's going to go to a 2 claw attack. Sound consumption, which would have been better. Wow. All right. And neither of those hit. And yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh, damn it! I forgot about moving. You know what? Honestly, it's going to just try and move back 5, 10. It can only get this far back at this point, but this is going badly. It's smart enough to at least have a retreat instinct. And that's it for that one. This one, it would flee, but doesn't think it can get away from you guys. First, it has to do a wisdom save. It's going to at least try and finish the meal it has, and then it'll bail if it can. All right, so that one failed. So a full 11, just because I don't want to roll it again. And that it's in a bad place. It's going to try and consume sound on this lizard folk here that it still has grappled. Just because it wants to get some kind of health back before it bails. Consume sound. Con saving throw from lizard folk. Now this is a fighter type lizard folk. He should be good with con. Let's see what he gets. A thick. All right. Well, I can't help that. All right. So he dies, and because he was only at 3, it only gains 3 hit points back. And then it is going to try and flee. And yes, provoking opportunity attacks because it thought this was a good idea. It just didn't know how bad it was. So if anybody wants to attack of opportunity, they can. 20
Would it still be
hits.
advantage? Okay.
Yes, because it's still lit up.
9.
How do you want to do it? It was at 7.
I was gonna say I have reach, but yeah, go ahead.
I think he just smooshed it.
Yeah, too late to save lizard folk, but angrily, like, yeah, I mean, I don't feel sad that
they are
these
the
guys are
goon
dying.
army of your enemies. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, but you know, it is, you know, borderline, like, no one should go out that way, but still, like, a righteous swing, trying to emulate the, like, professional, cool, calm fury of the Yucatan, rather than the, like, Leroy Jenkins-esque, like, we're gonna charge him, but
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Yeah, so it goes down, body going limp, twitching as sound returns to this corpse, for whatever value that is. And it is now these guys' turns. And Purser, oh no, you're injured. Let's see, do they have healing? Water Knight. They should have some healing. Okay, they got kind of. All right, so this one 5, 10, 15 goes up, casts Spare the Dying on you, Purser. And that's
Okay.
gonna try and pull you backwards here.
Cool.
With its remaining movement. Actually, it can. It's not very helpful. It can only get back here, but it's trying. And you know what? These guys are not. They're not tactical thinkers. I need to save my reaction. They're gonna try and make an attack of opportunity on that lizard folk as it leaves. 15 to hit does hit. Or yeah, they're biting the shit out of this thing as it tries to get you away, but it doesn't down it. These guys are fucking wood chippers, jeez. All right, and it is now this one's turn. 5, 10. You know what? Their training goes for their training specializes in aggression, so they're gonna do that. I don't know where that guy went, but whatever. This guy is going to. He's gonna attack. This is another Water Knight, yeah. Actually, wait a minute. That would be more effective if it stayed back here and cast Guiding Bolt at it. That's what it's gonna do. Guiding Bolt. Wow, Christmas. Okay, so crit failed that one, but if it had had advantage, it could have crit succeeded. Let's see. D100.
hey, Christmas.
Which chart should I use? We'll start off with this one tonight. Spell fail. Here we go. Shooting range, thrown range weapons, natural. God damn it, where's spells? This is the spicy one. Let's see what happens. 30. 30. Wait, that's weapons. Sorry. I don't usually. Oh, here it. Okay, that's critical. Critical fumble. Okay. Spell fires in an unexpected manner, so we'll say the spell like shoots probably under the influence of pursers, instead of it being like a vaguely liquid form, which the Water Knights usually their magic takes that form. It seems to have like a fiery look to it, which throws that caster off because that's the antithesis of what they're supposed to be channeling. And the enemies have advantage against the next spell saving throw that one makes, which I'll put a little whoopsie on that. All right. Okay, and now, Bemi, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Go woohoo! Let's see. This one.
This one is alive, and this one is alive. Everything else is dead. Well, all the enemies are dead.
Purser's doing fine. He's doing all right.
I mean, he's ragdoll currently. Yeah, he's like, it's ragdoll physics are in effect as he's dragged away from like the swarm of carnivorous monsters.
Just like old times.
It's just the whole thing is that it's a swarm, and I shoot arrows.
I mean, it still hits him. But
All right.
You can't even miss. Just point down at the ground and shoot.
Yeah.
if they were that thick, that would be horrifying. Oh my god, that's like ant level covering.
I'll drop my speed. Bonus action. I will hunter's mark this swarm here.
Okay. Green hunter's mark. Okay.
Okay, and I will shoot twice. Pew, pew.
Yeah, both those hit.
Okay, boom, boom, and I get 2 additional d6. Okay. 26.
Okay. It is like a couple of them are still alive, but your rapid fire shots here, like each shot takes out like 3 of them. You know, they're moving in such determined, like they seem so determined to not let this like fresh meat get away that you're able to just line up multiple shots and just
Shish kebab.
skewer through several. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the numbers of them seem to have plummeted, and with that, their effectiveness.
Okay. I would like to take a free action to look at the mirror hanging off my hip and just 1,000-yard stare into my reflection.
Little black mirror. Yeah, she's
What
busy.
only?
She's on another call. We'll say that's why she hung up. One of her sisters was calling.
Thank God. Thank God for Auntie Moira. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah. It's never fun when her sisters visit. Sometimes, like you know how Harry Potter's life would get worse when the
Yep.
Dursley's sister would visit. That was I feel like that was I feel like those were the visits when that Bemmy would have to endure with his Meemaw's sisters.
Yeah, I know they're all like super evil hags, but I was kind of hoping at least one of them was chill with Benny. Maybe not even through like altruism, just to fuck with
I mean, it's
Just
all a sliding scale. Like they're all they're all friendly in a I'll tell you what, they treat Bemmy as family. That's like that's a genuinely accurate thing.
For those 13, that's actually saying a lot because that's literally what they're all about. It's a family of those 13 sisters and Kyber.
Yeah.
And depending on the perspective, they actually love their family.
They shows it in funny ways.
The problem is they're older than time.
Hey, y'all want to know what Kyber doesn't have? Family.
Auntie Girl's not famous. She's nicest to me. And it's not because she likes me. It's because she hates Meemaw so much.
Yeah, you know what? Headcanon? I don't know if you kept it, Bemmy, but she gave you a vial of Kyber's tears and said that it was actually a gift for you on one of your birthdays, which was Meemaw couldn't tell her off. She couldn't take the gift, but it was it's the only other time before your friends came around that you got gifts for your birthday. So.
It's cold. It's always cold.
Yeah, it's actually really unsettling to even hold. It feels like fundamentally wrong. But yeah. So anyways.
It must be blessed by an Eskimo medicine man. I end my turn.
All right. Balthazar, would you like to
And I think they got that one. I'm gonna go kill this one.
That's fair. Yeah, there's only like 3 of these left.
Yeah, let's get this one's got a chance of running.
Get dangerous. Fair enough, yeah.
And I strike my unarmed. 21 and 14.
21 hits.
That'll be 12 force.
Okay.
I flurry. 13 and 21 again.
21 hits.
So for another 13 damage.
All right. 15. Okay.
Yeah, forgot I had that. And let's see, anything else I could pull on my ass? Nope.
I mean, you've been putting pretty good work in as far as damage. I will say that belt was a game changer, and I'm glad you got it because I remember you were getting frustrated. Monks can be frustrating. That's why I didn't feel bad about doing a wish list thing.
All right, I can potentially change the fight. I use Stunning Strike, DC 12.
Hey, you know what? Given what it does, given that it ends fights when it hits, like I get why it's a little nerfy, but yeah.
True, but it's con. Is there a monster anywhere that has a shit con?
I mean, probably somewhere. All right. So, anything else?
That'll be all.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're stunningly effective against like coughing babies.
Mercy is going to. You know what? Mercy is. There was a request for Healbot. Mercy's going to Healbot stuff. She is going to. I'm assuming she has Healing Word. She does not have Healing Word ready. All right. Well, I'm just gonna change that. Let's see.
Boop boop! Cheating alert!
Who the fuck doesn't have Healing Word? Like, I'm not gonna go on the rant, but god damn, once the best healing spell in the game. You know what? Magic Weapon. Swapping that out. She has fucking Healing Word ready. Healing Word. Purser, you get a level 1 Healing Word cast on me. There you go. You get 6 back. It's like when I look at a wizard's feat and they don't have like Fireball or they don't have
I was about to say, it's
Prestidigitation.
like, they have Fireball in in their spell book, but they don't have it prepped. Why?
Yeah, Purser. All right. So, anyway, 6 healing. There you go. Mercy did some heal.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Like,
once he can radiant spam it, then I assume he'll use it more. All right.
Yeah, the problem is everything's been resistant.
You're finally away from that. All right. So this one, right. This one fucked up their spell pretty badly. How is it that one's turn again? Wait a sec. That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. We'll just say they're gonna try and stab the rats with a knife. Because it may have fucked up the previous thing. And doesn't hit. Okay. This one's dead. Jotazo, what would you like to do? This one looks like this thing looks like it's running away or running towards Bemi, one or the other.
so I would be line for Purser, but I can't get to him in a round. So I figure I'm going to tactically scoot over here. Attack this one, and then next round I can go to a Purser's Aid. Because either way, it would take 2 rounds to, like, without, with actions, it would take 2 rounds to get to him, so. And dashing isn't going to really help that much, so. I am going to start swinging. Okay,
All
25.
Right, that hits.
And
that
17.
hits. Both of those hit.
Okay. 13 and 11, so 24 damage.
Okay, it's still up, but it's in very bad shape. Yeah, you guys are chewing through them. I think that surprise crit was the last chance they had to get anybody down. All right. If there's nothing else, we go to Purser. It's a familiar sensation as you come to the ground, like probably like scraping, half pulling down your robes as you're being dragged away. Everything hurts. It's a little nostalgic.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stand up and keep on swinging with a green flame blade.
All right.
Boop, boop, boom, boom.
You hear approving murmurs in lizard folk as like you do the very heroic battle thing where it's like I didn't hear no bell. All their legends go like that, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of them to go around, and like lizard folk are very hard to kill.
Yeah. That definitely hits. And how would you like to do it?
Okay. So yeah, just as
It's
I
like one
stand up,
last.
I just sweep through the swarm as much as I can, like ripping the last of them out of my like coat and
Yeah,
stomping them underneath my boots.
some had definitely started to like try and wriggle under your clothes to just consume faster. And yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can slash a whole bunch of rats with one quick strike.
Then I'll move over here and stab the big guy.
Combination.
And crit
Hey!
again!
How would you like to do it?
Just right through the center of the body. I know that
Nice.
there's likely no brain to hit, maybe, or it's all brain, one of the two. So I just aim for center
aberrations.
mass.
Yeah, it's usually all of one or the other. We'll say something about this particularly seems to offend your Silver Flame innate abilities here or powers, and the flame that comes from yourself catches and seems to like hollow this thing out. It fills with silvery fire and basically pops. And
Yeah, I just sink in and give the sort of twist as it explodes in silvery fire.
yeah, very very Power Rangers like sparkle explosion. And yeah, with that, relative quiet returns to the jungle, and you guys are out of combat.
Nice.
More lizard folk survive than I thought. Take that. Okay. So what that. There was a. I'm just keeping a tally of aids that you guys have. Okay. And yeah, like looking around, what, if anything else, would you like to do?
And I'll just remove any extraneous rats from my person and stomp them all.
Yeah, it's a matter of like pulling out claws that have gotten embedded and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, as you like pull them apart, um, who would honestly, I feel like probably Jotazuzo. Your people are like at least in swamps a lot, so you're not necessarily aquatic, but you're familiar with it. Uh, they're like what seemed like crab elements as you see, these things get pulled apart or just smashed, the ones that are still twitching. It's weird. They resemble less crabs and more along the lines of like kind of mantis shrimp is the overall vibe. Like kind of furry blades combined with like mantis shrimp. It's very odd. Um, but yeah, you guys can do what you like with the bodies. None of them are carrying any loot, I'm sad to say. But yeah, would you guys like to just keep going through, or you want to be like, we need a breather and camp out in the jungle? What do you want to do?
Are any of these things that we killed edible?
I would not, Bemmy.
I mean, in the strictest sense, yes. You could. You could eat. Yes, you could.
You will either force me to kill you or beg me to.
Sounds like home. I'm gonna get some crabs ready.
It's just like king crab with a hint of madness. But yeah, if you wanna do a survival check to try and get some edible meats, you can.
12.
What are you trying to get meat from? The oral hunters or the Hender's rats?
The ones that weren't like I was thinking like the bigger one.
Okay, the horse-sized oral hunter. Yeah, there's a lot more like meat to get off that. Yeah, as you saw through it, like once you get through the skin, there's a lot of muscle, But it's weird. Normally you'd be trying like, organ meats is good meat. There doesn't seem to be any digestive system that you can recognize. But like a lot of it just keeps going down from the ears. But yeah, you're able to get a little bit of meat carved out from it. And yeah, the blood is like kind of white, but yeah.
I've never seen the inside of one of these. Have you, Poisa?
No, Bemmy, I have not. They're clearly Delcure abominations.
Well, now you have.
Please don't eat them.
I mean, I don't All right, tell you what. I'll save it for later then. He puts it in a little...
Here. I'll like reach into my bag and like untie my chest of preservation. And we'll wrap it up and I'll keep it for you in the magic box, Bemmy, okay?
So you're telling me not to eat something, and now you want me to give it to you?
Don't eat it yet. This
Don't
box will keep it fresh. I'll do some tests and figure out if it's safe.
What have you got? Put it down.
For all we...
Hey,
get that out of your mouth!
Start chewing faster.
For all we know, they reproduce when you eat their flesh. I do not want to take any chances here.
You know, it don't look like it tastes that good anyway. He drops it because the thought of something growing deep down inside of his belly. Why didn't you start with that? I never would have carved this whole thing up.
I did!
No, you didn't! You didn't say you would grow from the inside of me! You said don't do it. Well, obviously I have to now.
Jojo, like, oh, I think I have heard of something like this. There is, something called a watermelon on Kuravar. But if you eat the seeds, it grows inside you. Sounds very dangerous. I made sure to take note of that wisdom right away.
That's
Someone
smart.
was having fun with Jotazo during the trip across Cove. I feel like Jotazo is like the strange foreigner who, like, an obnoxious New Yorker is just lying through their fucking teeth to on the subway.
Especially since he comes from this sort of thing where there's probably a fucking like some sort of like flora that does do that shit. So like if someone else says like, hey, don't fuck with that, like
wisdom. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like it. But yeah, besides
the concept of a drop bear is probably not that like there probably are fucking drop bears on
yeah, on Hamilton Island. Yeah. Could be. I mean, there's not that much with fur, but there could be a throwback some. Hey, the crab thing said fur. But we'll say that took about half an hour, so it's about noon now. Is there anything else anybody wants to do here in the jungle? The mighty jungle.
There are no
cast some healing spells and keep moving, I think. I don't want to give this vampire more time than it's already had.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to drag my feet over it, but a short rest does give me all my fighter shit back, so...
Yeah, you guys could take an hour if you want.
But I am also completely full up, so I'm going to leave it to other party members who might get cool shit back after an hour.
I know the monk gets all his ki back, so...
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm fine being outvoted.
Okay, so yeah, an hour.
Does it matter that you're fine with it? You're still being outvoted.
That's the great thing about being God. I don't have to ask you. It just happens. Yeah. So yeah. So you guys, it's about 1 o'clock when you guys get on. Luckily, this is going into summer, so long days now, and yeah, you guys are all feeling perky. You've taken a moment to get your breath. The odd thing about this island's deeply unnatural nature is it's not a lot cooler than elsewhere, but it's not like a swamp. Like you were previously in a mangrove swamp when you were on Hamilton Island, and you're next to a giant ass river slash the beginnings of a swamp to your south in Mishann. So this is a relatively dry jungle, um, as much as that goes.
It's a
So for
dry
those of
heat.
you, yeah, for those of you who don't like living in a sauna, this is an improvement. Uh, but yeah, you guys take a short rest.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I just live in a place where it's like 90 most of the year, and I have I have a space heater next to my legs.
Yeah, there you go. Just crank it up. I was mostly thinking Purser's ongoing agony of being on Zendrick, but to be fair, there are cool parts of Zendrick. It's just there's not many people there that you guys are aware of. But yeah, around 1 o'clock, you get together and set out. And honestly, besides that pretty unpleasant interruption, you're able to get to the Transcend Gate without further issue. The baking sun shines down on the 3 buildings that are clearly of ancient giant construction. The space around the front of the buildings has been kept clear of most plant life. Obviously, artificially, like these giant buildings are pretty resilient, but if just left completely alone, they do get like covered in greenery at least. Obviously, the Drow tribe that was here did their best to keep it clear. Um, but the jungle does press in from the back and the sides. The central building is about 40 feet tall, with the 2 on its side reaching up about 60 feet. Oddly enough, there are 2 very clear architectural styles at play here. The taller side buildings are reminiscent of what a lot of you saw in Karakos, and the rest of the southern island, main island. Faded marble, decorated with in an ornate Gothic style, with blue stones added for accents and kind of abstract lines. Um, a large set of double doors, about 35 feet wide, look as though they open inwards or outwards for those buildings. The central building is built from some kind of darkened crystal. It's a deep brown, opaque with a dull shine, and you swear if you look at it hard enough, you can see some sort of like light or shimmering reflection inside the crystal. There's no visible door anywhere on the building, but there is a blank space in the south-facing wall with the following written in giant on it. If you guys want to get close enough to read it, and I'll put you on the map. There we go. And before I post it, do you guys try and like approach the building, or are you just kind of like sussing it out and looking around?
Yeah, as long as there's nothing like
No, there's no like
directly aggressive.
turrets popping out or like monsters. Yeah, there's no obvious. It's just
You have 30 seconds to comply.
yeah, none of that. But I will put up. Yeah, here we go. It's where I've been putting stuff in.
He was just standing there menacingly.
So this is those of you who can read giant can read it. Those of you who can't could have it read to you.
Yeah, I'll have cast comprehend languages on the way over, just because I know we're going to a giant ruin.
You don't want to hear Bemmy's pained interpretation.
Especially for this. That would be fucking hilarious for Bemmy to try and read this.
Especially since this time around, like, Ludger's not there to go like, well, what he was saying is...
Yeah.
Well, good thing I read giant.
Yeah, That is true. But,
what does it say again?
I have it under notes. It reads, "Caution, due to a lack of response from Kolkaran's heart, Transcend Gate H42 is hereby closed by standard regulations under the Liminal Guild of Prime Suja Aquat and the Concatany. All metacreativity and psychotransportation are strictly prohibited within a radius of 3 orans. Continued use of the Transcend may result in momentary dimensional collapse, anti-defenestration, and severe ocular displacement. Please report such side effects to the Guild for later study. Caution."
Okay, question.
Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Anti-defenestration is getting sucked through a window.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like getting sucked into the nearest tall window? Like
It's like a black hole opening up and sucking us in, I guess.
I don't like that.
But yeah,
luckily none of us use metacreativity effects, and I don't think any of ours would classify as psychotransportation.
If someone reads this to Jotaro, he's going to start looking like nervously at all the nearby like tall windows.
Sujor, who's been looking around cautiously, kind of flutters to the ground. The strange ethereal hummingbird wings on his back fading away, and gestures towards the writing. Says, "Pay that no mind. It's always said such strange things. Druelm, Druelm, my teacher, said that it was a warning from the realm of giants that controlled the Transcend. It's been that way since their destruction at the claws of the dragons. To open it, you simply get close enough and will it open. An entrance will form."
I see. I'd be surprised if the vampire doesn't know we're here already. Let's make this quick.
Okay. That's fair.
Can you guys see the map out of curiosity? I just want to make sure I didn't mess up
Yes.
the settings or anything. Okay, cool. All right, then to their credit, they're looking pretty nervous as well. The lizard folk have some pretty serious taboos about getting even near giant ruins. So they're not liking this at all, especially when someone reads that aloud and explains what the hell it means.
Defenestration.
Yeah. Okay. And Purser, do you step forward and will it to open?
I'll just press my hand to the door and will it open.
All right.
I'll also swap out my sword belt for the scimitar rather than the rapier.
Ah, fair enough. Sujor pauses, looking horrified when it opens up. You see a wide open space dominated by an archway with 4 rune-covered pillars around it. In the center is a portal, similar to the entrance to Midway, but unlike that, where it seems to be fixed to a old stone, this is floating in midair. Unlike the portal to Midway, the gate is flickering between green and a dull white with a black streak. Sparks fill the air around it, and energy arcs out of one of the pillars. It does not look in good condition, just at a casual glance.
Any hostiles visible?
No hostiles visible, but Sujor no, this is exactly what I was afraid of. He must have damaged it somehow. Help me fix it.
Yeah. Well, before he rushes in, I'm gonna reach down and grab a rock and pour some water over it, just to get it a little bit wet, and just gently toss it in. I want to see if a lightning bolt comes out of the thing or something.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
because this looks to be not OSHA approved.
Joke's on you. It was never OSHA. But yeah, you toss it in. Nothing immediately happens. Although you do note that the rock takes longer to land than it should have. Like it goes
That's
forward,
concerning.
and, like it goes really far. It's like at first you think like, I don't know my own strength. It goes like out
Oh,
to
so it's a
here.
levitation effect, not like a time slow.
Yeah, it just seems like it's not moving at the right rate. But yeah, it does
See, I'll just
touch the
give
ground.
Sojer a nod, and we'll rush in and start troubleshooting.
All right, yeah, he like almost fumbling with how panicked he looks. He's getting a dark crystalline oval out of his pack that's already lighting up. And he holds it out in front of him as he goes forward. The arcs of energy seem drawn towards it, but the gate still flickers and sparks. And yeah, so if you guys want to help him fix it, that is a special activity. Lizard folk, you know what? They would prefer to wait outside, but if you want them to, they'll come in. They, they were leery before they saw the gateway to nothing going crazy.
I think the only reason we'll need them is muscle, so they're fine to sit outside for a bit.
All right. You know what? They'll compromise. Some will like wait near the entrance inside, and the others will wait near the entrance outside because they don't want to be in there. So, now to help stabilize and maybe even repair this transcend gate, is going to require some things like skill checks.
Okay.
That key
Yeah,
Sejur
have
has is what will allow a lot of this to work. But the first thing you guys are going to need to do is an Arcana check to analyze exactly what's wrong. Sujor, for his part, can't really help. He doesn't know how this thing works any more than like a really good gardener would know how like a nuclear reactor works. He just knows not like don't go in there and fuck with the nuclear reactor.
Yeah, he's just a farmer that lives near a nuclear power plant, so like he knows when it's on, and he can enjoy the benefits. But
yeah, and like the three-eyed fish, that's a lot of tasty eyes. But yeah, that type of thing. So and that crystal of his seems like it would help negate maybe like an epic level failure, but who needs that when you've got a 26 in your Arcana check? Yeah, Purser. Going forward, like this is not a quick thing to be clear. This is like taking some time as you go forward and do this.
It's a good thing I brushed up on my planar transgression intermediary theory when I was back in Corvair.
Yeah, hey, you never know. Let's see here.
It's that midway portal. It's always the midway portal. Purser can't sleep at night because he can just hear it thrumming away.
The fact that it's like all in like old school abyssal runes around it that are stabilizing it is probably a big factor. But let's see.
It doesn't actually make any sound, but he knows he can hear it.
Yeah.
Josoto was like smugly vindicated when he sees the wise man from Kuravar basically like step up to the plate instantly. Like
I knew Western medicine was better. Let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, just like pop my knuckles and crack my neck and start
just, like,
analyzing and getting to work.
Going around and like I said, this is dense. This is taking some time. But you successfully passed it, and you can tell that the runes that seem to like you couldn't rebuild it or anything, but you have enough of the core principles that you can tell, okay, these pillars help stabilize the effect that's caused by the center. There's nothing wrong with the center of the like whatever's making the portal, but the runes around the outside seem like the southeastern pillar has been damaged. And with that check, you're able to see that it was damaged. What you'd guess is basically someone overloaded it. This thing needs magic to turn on and off. Maybe like you're not sure if it actually needs it to work or it's just that's the on-off switch. But someone basically forced this open. They used a particularly strong surge of magic and just like busted it in the same way like just kicking a door open is going to break the door.
Does it look like whoever did this overpowered it because they didn't know what they were doing or just didn't care?
You would guess they didn't care. You would guess this was I want this door open, I don't care what happens, and they just kicked. And honestly, 26, you could even feel a little bit of residual like hungry Mabaran energy because you're familiar with it. So you think that maybe somebody just with some Mabar power just basically forced this open with or without the key. Maybe they got bored. But
any indication of where it goes?
No indication of that. It's connected to a network, you know that, but you don't
we can figure that out once it's stable.
The number of stops, yeah. And the interesting part is, as you look through it, it's the arcane formulas are coded in actually 2 languages, Giant and Draconic, which, given the nature of Draconic as a language, that isn't surprising, but it also could just be maybe that's how all of the ancient Giant tech worked. They liked to code it in Draconic as well as kind of an homage to the people who helped raise them up. So, yeah, if you can read or write Draconic, you can also work on this. But yeah, it's at this point, it took about 3 hours to do that. It is about 4 o'clock. And the second check is you can either use a set of Mason's tools under the direction of a person who did the first check, or if you don't have anything like that, you could use a magical weapon that does slashing or piercing damage as an improvised chisel, basically right over the runes that are embedded in this busted up or overworked pillar. You can see where like the surge of energy went through, melted a lot of the runes. So you basically need to reinscribe them.
Are there any stone carvers here? I need a hand.
Or just people with a lot of strength and something piercing.
Question.
Something piercing?
Piercing or slashing. Like basically a weapon you could use to like theoretically chisel rock.
Okay. This is a stretch. But I have woodcarver's tools.
It's not quite the same approach, unfortunately.
I mean, so I would say you could use some of the tools from that to make it a little less rough, but they will break. Like if you use those in conjunction with someone else, like a magical tool or weapon would do best here. But if you use those in conjunction with it and you're okay with them getting busted up, that would get rid of the disadvantage that would be imposed if you're makeshifting this, if you're like jury rigging it.
I mean, if someone has a magical like piercing weapon, I would be happy to use that in conjunction with my woodcarver tool set. But
cool.
I got a +3 short sword.
That would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say my rapier might be our only magic piercing weapon, but
that's
both
okay.
Would work. Yeah.
Ben usually only uses it for a tool, anyways. So.
I like to imagine Bemmy opening up like cans of like peaches and stuff with
That's it.
Yeah, with basically like Wolverine's claws, so it's just instantly going through mundane metal. Like
the best things that the Corans Barons brought was cans, and Bemmy just opens all of them with the stupidly powered knife.
I got this, guys.
Bemmy, stop opening all our cans!
Hello, this is
I've
Benny.
been trained for this moment. If it wasn't for all them cans,
I've been doing nothing but open cans for 3 days.
This is Bemmy, and this is another episode of Bemmy the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, exactly.
Could I use strength for the attribute?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is one where like you're chiseling rock with a short sword while lightning arcs around you. This is absolutely a strongman moment. Yeah. Now you do have to do it like you have someone over your shoulder. No, like this, constantly correcting you, but it's a flat roll. So just honestly, yeah, woodcarver's tools works fine. And a 25, yeah, guys are killing it.
We are the best.
Yeah, yeah.
We just come into this guy's place, instantly just get to work fixing the problem.
It's a good knife, isn't it? It's a real good knife.
Yeah.
Shpemi, I'm focusing right here now. He's like tracing his finger down the conduits we need to make.
Yeah, and like Bemi, it's like that's a little rude of him, but you see as he's tracing it, all of his hair is standing on end. Oh, yeah. Maybe he's really scared. But yeah, you're able to trace that, and like the worst of the lightning and sparking has calmed down. The portal is still flickering at an alarming rate, but like it doesn't look like it's about to just go nuclear. And now there's just one thing left.
Wise man, why do I taste metal?
That's what happens when there's a lot of lightning around. Just stay focused.
Yeah. Oh, on the upside, I will say the bugs that were just engulfing you guys, all of them like seem to just avoid you when the door opened. They all like the clouds of bugs did not follow you guys in. So none of you are getting eaten alive by mosquitoes or botflies or any of the other horrors that make their home in the jungle. But yeah, so I will say at this point, it is definitely like you guys have been at this for hours. You are all, even just being in this room is, filled with ozone, broiling hot. You're all drenched in sweat. It's about 6:30 or so. The sun is starting to set. But the third and final check needed is going to be a little tricky because it's an athletics check, but you have to push the entire pillar, which is quite big, from like basically from the top, middle, and bottom all simultaneously, and shove it like back into the circle where it was kind of pushed out of by the blowback effect from whatever forced this open. So basically, 3 people will need to give me athletics checks to push this back into place. And the top one is tricky because it's about 20 feet up. So
It's okay.
you need really long arms maybe to push it.
No, I can fly.
That too. You could do that. But yeah, however you want to do it. 3 people need to shove at this thing to push this pillar back into place.
This might be what the lizard men are here for. Purser does not have great upper body strength.
That is an objective truth. Okay.
Sorry, it should have been the top one. I don't know why it is being.
That's fine.
Yeah, roll point was being fucky.
Yeah, it does that. Okay, Bemi, so you fly up, and who is handling the middle? It's about 10 feet up in the air.
You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration to get back 20.
That's fair. Maybe if someone had, giant ethereal arms, they might be able to, push that middle section really well. I don't know.
Mercy.
Balthazar, are you with us, bud?
Yes.
You see 2 people are successfully pushing at this thing, but if you were to use your big arms for an athletics check that uses your wisdom score instead, you might be able to help.
Yep. Let's make sure I got everything right. So I have to pop my arms.
Only reason I know that much about that class is because I've watched Trevor abuse it in the Thing.
All right. So athletics. All right. So this will be with a +1 because my wisdom's 1 higher. So I'll roll it.
Okay.
I have advantage, right?
If you want to use your inspiration, absolutely.
Sure, we'll make that 24.
Yeah, 24, 19, and 20. Pretty darn good. I was like, out of all of these, it wobbles a little bit at the top because Bemi is not used to like, leveraging on air. But together, all three of you are able with like groans and grunts to shove this thing back into place, and it clicks back in with a very satisfying like thunk, and the portal stops flickering, like that weird like white with a black slash down it fades away, and the portal just returns to a mundane green, and there's no sparks, no shimmering effects, and it's utterly quiet once again.
You're welcome.
Nice.
It's quiet.
Good work, everyone.
And yeah, at this point the sun has officially set, and you do notice that lizard folk outside have been really quiet.
In like a suspicious bad way, or just in a nervous
I mean,
placed way?
it could depends on how you want to interpret it, but you do hear like alarmed yells at like as the guys inside who are mostly watching all of you with a mixture of like horror and fascination notice that their friends are gone.
Uh-oh.
That's bad. Maybe they should have waited inside with us. Hindsight's 2020. What can you do?
But yeah, it does look like you've kept the crisis from happening. And is anything like for his part, Sujor, who was beating sweat. It didn't look like he was doing anything, but he was just standing there holding that crystal the whole time as lightning kind of danced around him. Like, you're not sure if that was helping or not, but it did seem to like kind of keep it stable while you guys were working. So maybe it was helping.
Yeah.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it was either that or he's just really into like role playing as a cool guy. But yeah, the jungle outside is completely deathly quiet. There's no response from the lizard folk as these guys go to head outside and look. They're yelling for their friends.
Now, the door's open for me, and I'm sorry, Sam, but I can see stuff
I bet. Yeah.
on the map.
Yeah, that's fine. Probably not much of a surprise as they go outside and the house.
Before they do, I would tell them is like, do not go outside. Stay
Yeah.
in doorway.
That's fair. Yeah.
With at least not until rest of us can go out with you.
Yeah, that's fair. Because yeah, like as they get near the doorway, there were triumphant, inhuman shrill yells as some things tried to swoop down from the air, but narrowly miss, and you guys can see, hovering in the air in a very unnatural fashion, it's a lot of drow people. Who who don't look as healthy, we'll say, as a lot of drow people do sometimes.
A bit drained, you might say.
Yeah. They let's see. Okay. But yeah, what once were Volcori drow tribesmen, at least based off the tattoos, you can see their features are twisted and animalistic. Unnaturally long fangs glint in the light of the portal, flickering outside as yeah, it seems like they know that their time to pick off people one by one is done, and they are going to attack. So Everybody could roll initiative.
Huzzah!
Let me get
I can see a lot of them right now. I just wish that I just wish that I could just kill 3 in a row. One day, I'll be that good. I could just drop 3, and people can be like, "Oh no, maybe this is a bad idea."
I don't know if they have a lot of free will about these things, but let's see. There we go. Thank God for edgy OCs. All right. They look like. What's up? By the way, I don't know if this is a surprise. Probably not much of a surprise to Purser, but I feel like you've at least heard about vampire spawn. They don't normally fly, but
yeah,
these ones seem to be.
My personal school of thought is that I really like flying vampires because a lot of Magic the Gathering vampires fly. So a lot of my vampires fly too.
Let's see.
Except for the one they're dealing with in the Thursday game, who turns into a shark instead.
I remember the first time I saw somebody play with a Soren Markov. Way back when. And it was my older brother. And he showed no mercy.
Your life total is now 10.
This sucks.
Goodbye.
It's like, son of a bitch.
Seems to be basically how like everyone's first game of Magic the Gathering is like the previous person like hazing them by basically it's like, oh, but you should play against me, man, and they like hit you with the most broken deck possible and just pants you entirely. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is why you got to get a good deck, man, so you can do this to people.
The first time I played Magic, it was with like 3 of the 8 guys who top 8'd the last 4 Grand Prix in the area, and they were ruthless. And I was forged in that fire.
Same happened to me when I was up against a guy. I was doing like a makeshift commander deck. I was playing with some guy. Pulls out his deck, and he pulled out a beta time twister on me.
Hey, what are you doing?
I probably didn't even have it that bad because I didn't go on to play more of it. But I remember playing against like one of my friends had a burn deck, so it's like, guess who takes another 5 damage directly? And the other friend like was like an elf like spawn token thing. So like by turn 3, he had 900 like 1/1 tokens on the field. They were just swarming me. And like
I remember my first time. It was when I was like 5 or 6, and the guy used a mill deck on me. I punched the shit out of him and got into a fight with his brother.
There you go. This is how we win Magic where I'm from. Just throw
you're gonna use that shit on a kid who's 2 years younger than you? Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
But that does seem a good segue into Bemmy. This is a target-rich environment.
Yes,
as undead horrors are flying towards you. What do you want to do?
Well, still not as scary as rubbing Mima's feet on a Wednesday. Let us. We're gonna start with this one. But with a bonus action Hunter's Mark first. If it dies, it dies. It's alright.
You don't have to worry about that much.
I don't. So, I will get 3 shots.
Why do I kill that which has no life? Alright. Where's me thing?
2.
Oh, there it is.
Live to Win starts playing in the background. There's a couple players that they've been killing boars nonstop for days. Then we have a chance.
Honestly, if you guys legit tried to do that kind of grinding, I don't know if I would level you up, but I would give you some kind of reward as well as like a reputation. As like they don't, I'd feel like they're not at the point where they would diagnose autism in Eberron, but they would definitely say that, like, yeah, that, like, in the budding field of psychology, case studies would be done about your party. But yeah, let's see. 15 hits. 14 does not,
Anchor at Stranglethorn.
and 22 does.
Okay. You know what? I haven't used an inspiration. Can I use it for to make all 3 hit? I'll take that
You
18
can.
plus 2.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
And that is a magical weapon, if I remember correctly.
That is correct.
Very magical weapon. Okay, cool. That is a good thing.
Okay. And
Right. You pepper her with shots.
Gives me
does not
an
like.
additional 3d6. And I get
Very good.
I get another d8 for Dread Ambusher.
Okay. Yeah.
Real quick.
Yes.
One. And I wouldn't be surprised if. Yeah, I was gonna say those guys aren't added, and I know she's doing healbot stuff, but Mercy isn't added either.
That's true. Mercy goes on round 0, but thank you for pointing it out. I will add her.
Yeah.
Just so she's there to do healbot stuff. No,
yeah,
it's a good point.
I would say healbot and spiritual guardians just for crowd control. Why? I don't want to backseat play someone who's not here, but that would be that'd be helpful considering we are a wee bit outnumbered.
Gotta go on 4. Gotta go on 3. Mercy's going on 1. Does anyone want to play Mercy just so I don't have to? I'm fine doing that. All right, healbot it is. Okay.
I was muted. I can.
All right then.
How about anti-vampire magic 101? There's like 50 of them outside.
Yeah. All right, let me give Dan control here.
Funnily enough, I was already planning that, but Mercy can do it too.
2 is a good thing in this. Numbers help. All right. So Dan, you should have access to Mercy sheet.
I do. I'm pulling her up now.
Cool. Anything else, Bimmy? As you like really lay this one, like she's still floating in the air. She just looks like you just shot her 3 times. There's 3 like faintly glowing magical shots in her chest.
I'm gonna. I'm tempted to expend a bow charge, but I'm not gonna because I'd rather save. I'll save all 3 for the vampire. The big bad.
Fair enough. Okay. Then
That's yeah, I'm good.
Purser. It is Purser's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up with Aura of Life.
Yeah, nice. Okay. And if I remember correctly, you have mastered. Yeah, I was gonna say you can just give yourself the aura. Kick ass.
And I'll stand here, kind of close to the doorway, but not like up front this time. Gonna let them come to us through the choke point.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And that was
and you know what?
action,
This guy, I'm gonna make this guy go on 2 because he can provide assistance and you need it.
Yeah. That will be it for Purser. He just draws his scimitar and gets ready.
Yeah, I was expecting this, but that's a lot. Yeah. All right, so this one here is going to do stuff. Luckily, I believe they're fairly simple monsters, even with the little additions. Okay, Shadow Blend, that stopped being relevant when they got their 2 freebies. Yep. Just going to fly forward.
I just want to note something really funny. Every other time I've used the scimitar, I apparently didn't use Dex.
Why would you? It's not like just use strength. Yeah, I feel like that's Purser's biggest point. Let's see. You know what? They were hovering at about 10 feet in there, so they have to dodge. They have to dash anyways. Fly over here and take on the person who's like glowing with the light of good things. They don't like that. They took that personal. So it's gonna dash to get over here, and I'm putting it here. It's about 10 feet over Purser's head. And let's see. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it would fly down in range, so it wants to attack Purser on its next turn. It just can't yet. And let's see. Cool. All right, that's it for that one. This one, flies down 10 feet. Yeah, so it can actually attack. It is going to claw and see. 14 just barely hits. Okay. And you know what? It's just going to go for slashing damage. It doesn't need to heal yet. And it's going to try and bite. Which misses. The lizard folk is able to fend off the nomming of this vampiric drow. This one's going to dash to fly in here. 10 feet up in the air. And is going to fly. Yeah, it's going to fly here. And then hover down, so it's floating 5 feet off the ground. Or no, it would stay up 10 feet because it can just move down at the beginning of its turn. And this one is going to fly over here, fly down, and try and do the same thing. Claw bite. 16 and 25. Oh wait, I forgot to take that off last time. Okay. And this one. 16, 25 to hit. Okay. Minus. But its hit point maximum is not reduced.
And it's resistant to the necrotic damage.
That is a good thing. That helps. And then half that. Which seems to confuse them a little bit, as like they're trying to drain blood from this thing, and it's not it's not reducing their hunger in any way. That unnatural, consuming hunger they have to deal with constantly. Fly over here. This one's gonna go here, dash over. Yeah, dash over there. And Balthazar, what would you like to do?
All right.
Sam? Oh, there you go. Okay. I was like,
kill the one I'm flanking.
Makes sense.
$20 and $21.
Both of those hit.
Strictly speaking, you're not flanking it. It's 10 feet up in the air.
It's 5 feet. It flew down because it wants to get you, Purser, desperately.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
That's enough for it to still feel like it's distracted by you. Honestly, they all want to drain you dry. You're just that hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say, please, for the love of God, like I don't literally want to spend this entire combat making reaction strikes because I can't. I basically don't have like range options.
Okay, so you successfully put some hurt on this thing as it takes that damage. It doesn't seem resistant to force or anything hyper sadistic, anything like that.
Uh-huh. And then I flurry.
All right, all right.
13, 23.
13 does not hit, but 23 does.
So under 6.
Another 6. As you beat on it. That aura, oh Jesus. That aura isn't doing any damage to it, right? It's just fucking up their
No, it's just
ranging
protecting.
abilities. Okay. All right. And before I go ahead, anything else? Okay. We will go to this one. Just going to dash to get back here. Try and like figure out how viable Mercy is as a target. Jotusazo, it is your turn. There is this target here floating over Purser has been viciously punched by Balthazar and seems to have been caught off guard at how hard you guys are hitting.
I am gonna swing.
Swing away.
16.
I think I get an attack also.
Uh,
Wait, how do you fly in again?
this one hasn't moved or anything. It's still here.
No, I meant the other one. Remember, I got reach.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if you want to, if you like, as it flew overhead, if you wanted to, absolutely. It was 10 feet in the air. It figured that was safe. If you have your blood thing activated, yeah.
The mod. Oh, the mod goes away in a minute. It's 15. Never mind.
Okay. But 16 does hit.
Right.
And
And
16
number
hits.
16.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay, 12. And 16. So 28 damage. Magical.
Okay, I like good numbers. Yeah, you very much bloodied. You
It,
give
it,
this thing a walloping.
it, you know, friends, it looks like these, elves, it looks like these elves, do not know how to die. Don't worry. We're going to help them learn.
You hear approving noises from your best buddies, the other lizard folk. You're all lizard folk, right? That means you all like each other. Um, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't think they speak common very well, so never mind. They wouldn't have grasped that. This one is just gonna fly in and they're gonna take care of the doorman first. Like those were good kills before. They're gonna keep that up. Uh, 9 and a 17. Okay, so the 17 hits. That necrotic reduction. That's gonna be a problem, but one I'm glad to have.
It just lets you throw more vampires at us.
I just think this is more than I will ever willingly throw at you again. I literally rolled dice and like, okay, the village of X, how many would become spawn? All right. Yay. One's already bloodied. They don't have a ton of survival instinct is the problem. So 30. Has to dash to get this little dash to get down here. It's worth it. How much more elaborate do we need to make this fight? All right.
Get down here!
See. Yeah. Why not? They're not deep thinkers. Well, they were before they, got turned into undead servants. Let's see. Oh wow, really cannot get that far. Okay. You can only get here, even dashing. Alright. Now, it's the poor lizard folk's turn. This is the problem. See, definitely the internal, at least one of them is thinking, this is why we don't get near fucking giant ruins.
They might be poor,
Alright.
but they're wealthy and experienced now.
Yeah. If they live, think of the honors. All right. What does this Jaws of Ancestors do? Is that radiant damage? That would be good if it was. Nope, just piercing. But it is magical. All right, Jaws of the Ancestors it is. And you know what?
I almost want to shout out just to like get by like Mercy or something to
Let's see.
it might not help prevent them from getting swarmed, but at least they can't get like sucked out into the sky. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, if you do want to yell that will change the action.
yeah, I do yell that.
All right, disengage 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Disengage and go over here and like flank Mercy. Protect the robot person. They understand that. They saw robot person save someone from dying, so it makes tactical sense. Then yeah, they're both gonna do that.
I'm getting a phone call. I shall return.
Okay. And now it is Sujor's turn. Sujor is gonna use fire, because that seems like a good thing to do. And he is going to throw it at this one. I'm going to use Produce Flame and throw it over here. 18 hits. And as you guys see the fire hit this undead monstrosity, it seems to catch with like almost unnatural speed as just she burns with incredible heat. Even for magic fire, that seems to go pretty far and really hurts. Doing way more damage than it should have. Seems like maybe both fire and radiant damage are a problem for them. So yeah, that is a 4th degree burn looking person at the moment. And yeah, Sujiro. Oh, the bonus action, he's going to activate his wings and like flutter back a little bit. He's going to stay within that aura, but he's going to at least be up in the air so he can move better. And it is Mercy's turn. What would Mercy like to do?
Okay, Mercy is going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Probably a pretty good move.
There we go. That's a 3rd level Spirit Guardians.
All right.
I can put it on.
Okay, I was just in the pro. All right. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wisdom save.
Well, it's at the start of their turn.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem for them. That'll be a bad problem for them real quick. All right. Anything else?
That is it for Mercy so far.
All right. Bemi, if he's still on the phone, we'll come back to him.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Perfect timing.
What's up?
What would you like to do?
It's my turn?
I literally just said, we'll skip Bemi if he's not back yet. And then you said, I'm back. So, what would you like to do?
Everybody here is very, very close.
Yeah, which they're regretting the moment Mercy, like, popped radiant pain. So.
Okay. Well, I am going to... No, I can't do that, because then I drop Hunter's Mark. I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah. How high is the ceiling?
It's giant size, so very, I think.
All right, I'm going to fly up.
This
With
one's
my
only 40
boots.
feet high as opposed to the other two, which look about 60 feet high. I actually wrote it. Let me see here. Okay. 40 feet tall. Yep.
Okay, sure. I'll fly 30 feet up.
Alrighty.
And I'm sure that I still have a good view of this one here. And
Yes. Do you disengage when you do that, or is that like is there a
oh, no. I want to be able to shoot something. So
Okay. So
I'm
then
flying up.
some things will claw at you. That's why I was
3 things in
okay.
total.
Okay. No, I just wanted to double check.
Yep.
All right, then. 15 to hit, 24 to hit, and 13 to hit. Benny?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. Okay, say again. For
15 to hit, 24 to hit, and 13 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay, 24 to hit. Instead of dealing slashing damage, she's going to grapple you. He can do with claws. But so basically, as you go to fly up, you do get about 15 feet up in the air. But as you zoom past this one, she was floating 10 feet in the air. She just grabs your leg.
Okay.
Which one's grabbing him?
This one right here.
Okay.
Now, as I'm so all right, I'll get 15 feet into the air
Yeah.
with this thing still grabbing me, and I'm still gonna shoot this one twice.
That works.
Okay.
Do you have sharpshooter?
No, I don't.
Okay. Those would be at disadvantage then because there's something hostile within 5 feet. But I don't think that matters with you. I just wanted to point that out. 25 still hits.
Okay.
Out
of
15
15.
still hits. Yeah.
All right. Let me get shaboom, and
How do you want to do it? If you were hitting the hunter's marked one.
oh yeah, 100% totally was.
Oh, okay. Yep. She was very badly burnt. So like, how do you want to do this?
2
And
shots,
already full of arrows.
2 shots, 1 in each eye hole, and then I want to look down at the one that's grabbing me and bonus action hunter's mark and go, okay, you're next.
Yeah, she just hisses in like inarticulate rage and hunger at you. But yeah.
With that, I will stay at 15 feet in the air.
Right, fair enough. Everybody's taking a level in Super Saiyan. All right, Purser.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
There is this very rude lady, like 5 feet over your head, currently getting the shit kicked out of her by hands and hammers.
Yep. I'm gonna start off with Green Flame Blade, attacking her with my scimitar.
Ah, there you go.
Which is an 18 to hit.
Hits. Yeah.
For 3 slashing, 1 fire, and 12 radiant.
Okay, so 24 radiant, 2 fire, and 3 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to do it?
Perfect. It's just utterly disintegrated by silver flames as the magic ignites.
Yeah.
And
like ashes fall around Purser and like bits of flame.
It's like cool guys don't look at explosions, just flaming bits of ash falling on his coat. And then the flames crawl over to the one that's grappling Bemi.
Ah, okay.
For the secondary damage of Green Flame Blade.
Ah.
So that'll be 9 damage radiant. Or sorry, fire.
Okay.
And then I will trigger my Agent of the Silver Flame on that one to deal an additional 2 radiant damage. And then it has to make a whiz save or be restrained.
Fair enough. 9, so it fails and is restrained.
Okay.
I'd like to think at this point it's like an absurd like monkey chain of like Bemi who's held on to by the vampire, who's held on to by a purser.
Yeah, via like silvery chains.
Then
It-
for my
it-
second attack, I will attack the restrained one with advantage.
She's about 10 feet up, I will say.
Oh, she is 10 feet up, right.
Yep,
Are
yep,
there
yep.
any others adjacent to me?
This one got closer. This one wanted to attack. You could
Okay,
definitely-
I'll attack that one then.
Gotcha.
With a 12 to hit.
12 does not quite hit.
Okay.
It saw what happened last time.
Yeah.
Like, all
Jesus
of a sudden,
Christ.
yeah, yeah, like they were ignoring attacks by physical weapons before, because even magical is like, eh. But yeah, that was bad. They do not want any part of that smoke.
But then I still have a bonus action. Do I want to do anything with it? I do not believe so. That'll be it for Purser's turn.
All right. This one's turn. They're gone. This one's turn. Let's see. You know what? They're smart enough to at least avoid the like this aura of like robot people burning in fire. It's going to 5, 10.
And they can see me like gunning for anyone that gets within reach.
Yeah, so it's gonna dash to get over here and be on Sujor's level to take out their old tribe member. And that is this one's turn. This one. Oh wait, it's the start of their turn. Wisdom save. Let's see. 5. So.
1 moment.
Yeah.
I'll roll you some damage.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
40 radiant damage. This thing. Yeah. It actually, like, world's biggest bug zapper is the sound effect here. As this one is just screaming in pain as, like, these ethereal, warforged, models with, like, a similar build to Mercy are just, like, flashing this vampire to ribbons. Let's see here. That was not good. They're gonna try and have this go like somewhere more favorable. This is a problem. You know what? Gonna try and Bemi is already grappled. Let's see. They're gonna try. They're gonna fly down 5 feet, provoking attack of opportunity from Bemi if he wants to make one, and try and attack this guy here. Oh wait, yeah. There's no good moves here. Fly down 5 feet, try and attack.
I mean, it would have to be a melee attack, right?
Yeah. It's up to you if you want to use your reaction for it. You can.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure.
Just try and bonk her on the head, just out of general principle.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
16 hits. Yeah. Slash at her as she flies away.
This
I didn't say you could go.
This is such a good knife. It's a great knife. Great big
I
old
know. It is very good at carving.
Let's see. Yeah, she's definitely fucking bloody now. All right. First attack with a 21 to hit. I'm gonna choose to grapple, and then is going to just try and fly the. Wait. Yeah. God damn it. They can't even do takeout properly. Let's see. They used 10 feet. Then that's another 20. They did an attack. They can get like here, dragging this one out of it. Trying to get a meal to go.
Would have they been close enough to for me to get reaction strike?
They were 10 feet up in the air. They flew down over. Mercy could definitely get a reaction attack if Mercy wanted to.
Oh yeah, Mercy will. Now what does Mercy have? What is her weapon? I don't.
A pole arm.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the magical rolled up newspaper roll.
Jesus.
Jesus mercy.
Okay.
What are these rolls?
she she's not trucking with the undead here. All right. So, you know what? That would change what this thing would do. Like, it's still gonna make the successful attack, try and grapple, and then just get speared through. It drops its meal and is just fleeing. Like, at this point, it's just trying to get the
I
fuck
would
out of
too.
this. Like, that was awful. That's as far as it can go. And yeah, that's that one. This one.
This is why Jotozo said to stay near Mercy.
Honestly. This one doesn't like being in this aura, but it sees that like doubling up on radiation seems to be a bad thing, so it's just going to. I don't really have. Okay. Oh, you know what? They're capable of abstract thought. Gonna fly over here, fly down, and try and get. What did I have that be? I think that's the chair. There's no way they can fucking lift a giant size like stainless steel chair. You know what? You know what? They're gonna just try and break visual contact and use Shadow Blend. Try and hide as a bonus action. See if they can manage it with a stealth. I had some good rolls earlier. And I mean, some of you have lost track of that one. Some of you with like 38 fucking per passive still notice where it is, but yeah. All right. This one is currently restrained, right? What's the condition?
It's restrained until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's in the fucking. Yeah, it needs to do a wisdom save on top.
Ah, yes.
All right. Let's see the wisdom save here. A 6. Okay. I don't think that passes.
Jesus.
So 38 damage to it, as it is screaming in a very similar manner to its compatriot here. Yeah, that's bad time. Even if it lets Bemi go, like it's restrained. Can it try and break free of that? Is there a check? Or is it just
Yeah, it's just the start of my next turn.
just the start of your next turn? Alright. Alright. You know what? Then it's just Bemi is gonna let your foot go and just start like trying. Or no, wait, it can't. You're the only thing in range. Yeah, then it's just I guess just has to try and punch at you. It was gonna try and punch at Purser to make him stop.
He is grappled. It can make bite attacks.
Oh, I know, but it doesn't do it any good. That your effect negates the healing.
It doesn't stop the healing. Actually, it just resists the damage.
Necrotic to the
it stops the life loss.
Reduction last. Oh yeah, that's true. All right. I mean,
which I don't remember how vampires are worded. It might
target
stop the
hit
healing.
maximum are reduced by the amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. Regains damage. No, it's regains hit points equal to
the reduction.
Yeah, the damage taken. Okay. Necrotic damage taken. Yeah. So it is still damage.
Yeah, it's still damage, so they still regain some hit points.
But
it's not great
because of your fucking reduction. All right. So Bemi is a 21. It deals
with disadvantage.
With an 11, it deals.
No, it deals nothing at an 11.
6 damage to you and regains 2. That's not good. It's just gonna try and hit you again with a 9. All right, that's its turn.
You're welcome.
So, no, I mean honestly, the whole point of this is a little bit of flexing. A bunch of holy casters. All right. All right. So somebody can save. Okay. So this one's saved. 22 versus Mercy's DC. Oh, that's something. So if you could roll damage for Mercy's Radiant or
yes.
Bug Zapper. Okay, 15. Oh, I'll take it.
I forgot that it was Mercy for a second.
How could you? Mercy's fucking kicking ass here. Alright.
It doesn't help that like you basically are making like 17 of these rolls in a row just because of how the initiative is laid out.
Well, and they bunched up. They were like, "We'll get them if we swarm them. They can't do anything." All right. Another fail. So please roll for Mercy again. That's this one.
What?
All right. So 26.
Let's jump them. Yeah. Flies right into Bug Zapper.
Okay. Now, all right. It can do something though. This has all been very shitty, but it's gonna try and first start off by clawing at you, Balthazar. Make some claw attacks. Maybe it can grapple you and fly away. 13 and on. And let's see. And a nat 1. Alright.
I like to think that's on brand considering the holy hellfire that's like burning them.
Yeah, they're having a bad day. Alright, let's see. Weapon. Okay, here you go. Natural attack. Melee attacks on the fumble table. They got a 97.
You impale yourself.
I try not to have any like insta death ones. There are some in here that I have to.
You stab yourself right in the heart, and now you've gone into comatose.
Purser dies.
Yeah. Why? He does. Shut up. Oh, okay. This one isn't so bad. They float. All right. You lose your footing while attacking in full head first. They hover. Okay, so she fucks up her balance and like does the underwater spinny effect as she tries to hit at Balthazar, but she's not. Yeah, it's not a problem. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. All right, Balthazar.
Well, there's one to my north that's horrifically set up to fail, so let's get
Yeah,
ready.
she's about 10 feet up in the air, but that's in your range, so it's not. Good
And
God!
you crit.
So that will be 12 damage.
Okay, let me take
That's
that
a lot
off.
more than 12.
No, that's if I had my mod.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 24 for so that'll be 21 damage total.
Okay. He still exists. He's just been very badly burnt.
Not for long.
Anything else?
All right, I'll keep going. 24 and 27.
Yeah, those both hit.
Another 19.
Well, how do you want to do it?
Pummel it on the floor and it's dead.
All right, yeah, like your arms are just like your spectral arms just drag it down to the ground, and you just like turn it into vampire soup on the ground, and yeah, your ground game is solid, and it is no more. Okay, this one's turn. Another wisdom save. Did it? All right. Roll for mercy.
I already did.
Oh, okay. Okay. So 16. That could have been a lot worse. All right. And yeah, they're capable. Like they're aware. Mercy may not have blood in her, but she's some sort of awful like anti-vampire monster weapon thing. So they're gonna try and hurt Mercy. With a claw. 16 to hit, and then another claw. 1 sec. All right. 82. 82 is. It misses. It thought it was gonna missing what it thought was a critical blow causes it to panic. It's surprised until the end of its next turn. Oh my god! All right, so we'll do a. That's a good surprise. This feels like appropriate. All right. Shototazo, what you like to do?
Okay. Questions. Are any of these four like actually in a position to like attack me, or for me to attack them, or are they all 10 feet up in the air?
If I remember correctly, I think this one's no, this one's lower, I think. No, this one is 10 feet up. This one is lower to the ground. Yeah, because they were hoping to grab one of you and fly off and like regen a little. So, yep. You can mollywop at this one if you want to try and use the hammer.
Okay. So, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take the attack of opportunity. Because my understanding is this one's floating 5 feet up in the air. So if I can get to here, that's flanking.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but before I even move a token, I want to know what this one's going to do. If it's going to try to grapple me or any
It'll
of that
claw
sort of
at
stuff.
you, but they don't like no. It wants out of this aura, like so. It's not going to do anything that's going to slow its movement any further. So, yeah, you would take 6 slashing because it's going to it got a 22 to hit. It'll claw at you, but it wants to get out of this second layer of hellfire or holy fire,
Okay,
actually.
I'm going to move here and start like pinating at this one. Not that I can actually do it, but definitely like trying to swing downward to bring it down to the ground to like,
Bounce
beat the
it.
crap
Yeah.
out of it even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, that's fair.
14. Thank God for flanking.
14 does not quite hit.
At least it beats in that one.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
a 24.
24 hits, yeah.
Right, not as spectacular as I would have liked it to be, but yeah. 14.
Okay, let me take that off.
And I'm still. It's 15 feet for the spiritual guardians, right?
Yeah. Can you not see the aura?
I cannot.
Okay, 1 second. Let me turn that on. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
All right. And is that it?
yeah, I'm gonna end my turn. My attitude is if they try to fly off with me, that very quickly leads to a you're not trapped. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me situation.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. This one. They're gonna let's do basically a wisdom save here. See if they had very explicit instructions. They have very limited free will, but they have enough of it remaining to. Yep. Dashing. Yep.
Through the snow.
Flies away. Flies the fuck away. All right. This one's turn. That one is no longer in existence. This one's turn. 10 feet up. It's. Oh, it's got to do a wisdom save first.
Oh, yep.
13, I don't think quite makes it. Although I don't know Mercy's. What's her wisdom save?
Her DC is. Sir? Her DC is 15.
Okay, so 20 damage. All right. What the hell? This one, this This could still turn around. This doesn't have to be over. It's gonna fly down 5 feet and try and grab Purser and like drag him away. Like, drag him away, eat him. Like, that could be a good thing. 22 to hit. Okay.
I don't think they'd like it.
Listen, this maybe wasn't the brightest one. Okay, 22 to hit. So you are grappled, Purser, and then it is going to. It's used 10 feet of its movement speed. Uses another 10 feet to fly back, dragging you with it.
Okay.
And then it's going to it's going to try and get out of here at least, continuing to drag you. And that's, yeah, while moving, it's got halves. Yeah, okay. That's as far as it can go. But, progress. Progress has been made. And
I just look up at it as it drags me behind and start to raise my flaming anti-undead sword.
And this one is going to, you know what? Hey, that one seems to have a plan. It's going to go along with it. It's going to try and do some biting. A little bit of biting there. Well, I think a 14 still misses, but could be worse.
That is correct.
And it's going to try and hit you with its claws. Okay. Let's see. 42 crit fumble. I don't know why these guys are. I mean, it makes sense story-wise that they're fumbling this bad. All right. Disadvantage on their next attack roll against any target. All right. Marker here.
I'm so good at this game.
I mean, the crits, the crit fails are that's just them. There's nothing any of us can do about that. All right. And these guys, things are working out. And staying next to this strange robot thing was definitely the right move. They'll have to remember to thank that strange, maybe he's not so bad. Maybe they should offer Jotazo a chance to join the forces, join with his people. Maybe they'll offer. That was a really good move.
What sane wizard folk would turn that down?
Exactly. Join the winning side. You're not, maybe you get a chance. And they're going to Guiding Bolt because they've seen that stuff seems to work well. And they're going to upcast it at this one right here. 16 to hit. Whoa. For 22, which becomes 44. All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's bloodied right there. And also, the next attack versus this thing has advantage. Is it just the melee attack or the attack? One sec. Let me look here. Shows you how long it's been since I played a cleric. Guiding bolt. There we go. The next attack roll, so it doesn't have to be melee. Nice. All right, so this one is in terrible shape and is regretting existing. This knight doesn't have magic, but he does have so he's going to. Yeah, he's gonna go reckless, and he's going to try and club and bite. Forget how high up this one is. I think. Yeah. This one flew down to try and attack Mercy, so it's one of those would hit, but the creature is completely immune to his clubbing, so it doesn't work. And Sujor is not liking being near this thing. That used to be one of his clanmates. He is going to. Let's see, does he have anything particularly cool here? Well, yeah, it's worth it. He's going to disengage and fly over here. And it is Mercy's turn.
Okay. Mercy. I was contemplating using Turn Undead, but we've kind of got this under control now. Is this one still a... Oh, she's got a pole arm. She can definitely reach it.
Yeah, and that one was flying down to try and get at her because, like, obviously
Right.
she's a problem. So
So yeah, she's just gonna... She doesn't have extra attack, does she? What kind of cleric is she?
war cleric, so I think she does. But I'm not sure exactly. It's been a long time since I played war cleric. I only got like 3 levels through it.
I don't see it.
Okay, I think it's like an optional feature.
Yeah, it's like it's like
Might
a
be one of your channel
goofy.
divinity things, but anyways.
Yeah, like it's a goofy fucking term rather than a normal just plain extra attack. Because I know, I remember she's used it, but I forgot exactly what thing it was.
Let me double check War Cleric real quick. Just to... Classes, correct. Just so I don't say the wrong thing. I have to be right. War.
Of course.
War Cleric does not. The channel divinity... Oh, no! Okay. She can make an additional attack as a bonus action, but only a limited number per long rest. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that resource.
Fair enough.
Plus, I don't know how many she's already used.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that will just be a single attack then, with the halberd. 21 to hit for 11.
Yeah. This thing has been hit in increments of 11 a lot. It's like 3 times now. Okay, so it's still hanging on. Anything else, Mercy?
That will be it for Mercy.
All right, Bemi. You seem to have broken the spirit of these monsters. Some of them are just fleeing. One of them.
I have a plan, Bemi. Get the others.
One of them is trying to drag Purser away, though. You know, he seems cool about it, but he always says that.
I'm like channeling a fireball in my hands.
Back you with us, bud?
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry, guys. Basically, Purser goes, "Hey, I'll be okay," and I was like, "Okay, I'll shoot at this one."
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that one looks in pretty bad shape. This one does too. Yeah.
I will go.
Bemi's been with him since the beginning. If Purser says he has a plan, he knows he's got a plan. It may be a suicidal plan, but he's got one. All right.
Let's just say I really wish I was level 10 so I could resist the damage that I'm about to do.
It's still up.
No, it's not. It can't be.
How do you want to do it? It was
all right. All right. I will 2 shots yet again right through each eye hole.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna point at this. I'll expend I think I have 1 more spell slot. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Bemi, the other ones.
And
He's
I'll go
screaming.
You're next. And I will cast a Hunter's Mark.
All right. Fair enough. And that is it. We will go to Purser, who's like very much the homeless man being dragged away by the police at this point. What do you want to do?
So, unfortunately, now I have to do 1 less target than I was hoping because Bemi killed one of them, but that's fine.
How dare he? Yeah.
Well, that one wasn't dragging you away. It was just in a...
It's fair. It's a good interpretation. It's just not strictly optimal. But I'm going to cast a fireball.
Okay.
I made your numbers less crunchy. All right.
I don't know how this could be fun anymore. Oh, all right. Okay, so I assume Dex saving throw from it looks like 3 of them.
3 of them and me.
All right. Wow.
I really wish I could resist this damage. It's not radiant yet.
All right. God damn it. They have a +6. All right. Well, this one failed. But the other got 20 and a 19. Okay. That's acceptable. So you and the one dragging you failed.
I'm also going to cast Absorb Elements to resist that.
All right. So let's 34 damage. That's a spicy meatball right there. All right.
Yep. So I'll take 17. And the others, since they're, I guess, vulnerable to fire damage, are going to take a lot.
Well, two of them saved, so it's halved and then it's doubled because but yeah, the one next to you, it got, yeah, that one is no more.
It's
The
still
one that
a
was dragging
lot
you.
of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, just cast it on the one dragging me. There's no escape.
Yeah, that's accurate. All right.
Is it still alive?
Oh no.
Okay.
No. It's here. Completely turned to ash, yeah.
And how far do I fall?
It was at ground level. It had
Oh, so I
very
wasn't
limited
in
movement.
there. Okay.
Yeah, like it could barely get you out of Mercy's like bug swatter field. It was just trying to like drag you away.
Yep, that's fair. And that'll be it for Purser. Oh, I guess I have to make a con save as well.
That's true.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And that'll be it.
Alright, it's this one's turn. Huh. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, hey, you know what? It just found a loophole in the command it was given. It's going to fly as hard as fast as it can towards this, and hope that the portal will take it where it wants to go. And it'll take it somewhere. It doesn't have a key, so that'll be a fun journey. All right, that one's existence. That one.
The way that level 19, where that like vampire shows up again as a Giga Chad, having survived like a long and arduous journey that took up from vampire spawn to full blown vampire.
Sure, yeah, that could happen. Why not?
The entire time, it like swearing vengeance on like the party that like forced it into that, and meanwhile we've completely forgotten who the fuck that was.
At last, who the fuck are you? All right. So it is this one's turn. Wisdom save. Oh, okay. So upside, I don't have to roll on the table at least. But yeah, it got a nat one. So go ahead and roll radiant damage for Mercy, please.
1 moment. I'm answering DM questions from Kane at the same time.
Okay, yeah, could be worse. When 24 damage isn't that bad.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. You can pump that up.
I mean, what a time for Shown to not be around. Yeah, that was. I'm gonna.
Dude,
you know what? I'm gonna.
Mercy like killed half of them. It was awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give a DM inspiration to Dan for fucking for DMing another character. Thank you, or for playing another character.
Yeah, I have 4 PCs in my list right now, 2 familiars and a boat.
I know. Yeah. All right. So this one. I mean, obviously he's gonna try and get out of that first. He's gonna get out of there. It's 10 feet. 5. He's going to take a casual swipe at Purser, just on general principle as it goes overhead. Kind of a slap in the back of the head type thing. 8 misses. 9 also misses. Okay, and then it's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I mean, meta-wise, I know it, but it doesn't care if you attack it. It doesn't know that you used a reaction. That's that one's turn. So this one here, wisdom save. Okay, failed with a 13. Go ahead and roll another bug zapper for me, Cursor. Or Mercy, rather.
Oh, that's not it.
YouTube Shorts. Okay, 30 damage. Jesus. All right. Still around. Same thing. Gonna move out of that. And Jotazuzo, why not? We're gonna try and hit you. Maybe something good will come of this.
So has Balthazar used his reaction?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nope.
Balthazar, if you want to do attack of opportunity, this one is trying to leave your pain zone. That hits.
11.
Okay. It's still up. All right. It flies down to fight you, Jotso. 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, 7 slashing. And it's going to claw you again. And 20 to hit. All right. Oh, wait. Am I at disadvantage? I think I'm at disadvantage because I'm still in this fucking aura. Never mind. It's 16. Oh,
What?
it was
Okay.
your blue aura fuckery. That's disadvantage, right?
No, allies have resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so that was a hit. All right, so then 20, does 20 hit?
Yep.
Okay, another 8 slashing.
Beats it beats.
Yeah, took radiant damage. Okay, so that's that one's turn. Balthazar, what would you like to do? They are dropping like flies. Oh, I should probably put a little, considering it's bloodied.
I'll move in, but I'll wail on that one.
Okay.
I crit on that one.
Yeah.
The 12.
Okay.
I have flurry.
21
so 12,
and 19 both hit.
So 12, 21, 27, force on that one.
Okay.
And fuck you, roll a con save.
Okay. Let me take this off one second. For some reason, it decided to go a little wonky. All right, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, and con. First, let me see if they have any of the undead stuff. Oh, okay. It's these guys are immune to charmed, grappled. Oh, grappled. I should have had that in. Oh well. Prone, restrained, paralyzed, poison. I don't know. That would have been good to remember. All right. Well, anyways,
Doesn't say stunned.
it doesn't say stunned. Yeah. So, but it is. Let's see. It doesn't. Yeah. So, boy, I wish I'd
Fire
remembered that
spawner
earlier.
immune to restrained?
Yeah. Yeah. I gave him the same resistances as the full on.
Okay, that
But
makes sense.
yeah, that was my bad. Anyways, let's see. 1 sec. Okay, yeah, they are not immune to stunned, and it failed with a 12, so it is paralyzed.
All right,
Well,
yep,
it's
that
stunned,
one.
rather.
That one next to Purser is stunned.
All right.
Ooh.
And I took did I take it off? I did. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool.
That's everything. Mercy and walk one step south, please.
When it's her turn, she'll probably do that.
Bright
right.
Souls days come early.
This one, wisdom saving throw. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And Jotazuzo.
It sounded like that one was going to be screwed even if it did pass.
Oh, I know, but it crit failed, just to add insult to injury. So, These guys have crit failed more than any other enemy. Like I said, it makes sense thematically, but goddamn. All right. What would you like to do, Mr. Lizard Man?
I'm gonna swing at this one head in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
About the critical. I'm guessing it was that one.
It was that one. Yep.
Literally, like, same thing I've been doing, just trying to swing down to like force it into the ground like a pinata.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
since I'm a melee tank, flying enemies are obnoxious. So, very much like, how convoluted do we have to make this fight? Get down here.
Cue the meme. But all right, so that one is very much gone. What else would you like to do?
And I'm gonna move up and then swing at the stunned one because
All right.
25.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
it's stunned.
16.
Yeah, you hit. Yeah. Cool. That hurts. Take that off. Okay. All right.
That is the end
Anything
of my
else?
turn. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Gotcha. Who's even here? Sound off if you're alive. These guys can't sound off. All
We're
right.
all gonna die.
I mean, these guys died a while ago. They're just for this. Yep. There's two. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You can get to here. And this one is no longer in existence. This one is. It's stun locked though. So it makes the save at the end of its turn. Am I remembering that correctly? To try and it tries to make the save, right?
Against what?
Against the monk paralyzing.
I think it's just until the start of the monk's next turn.
Okay, gotcha. All right, then it is stun locked, and we will go to this one's turn. It's gonna throw a it's gonna throw a guiding bolt at the stun locked one because it has some more spell slots.
With advantage.
Yep. This Water Knight. It's going to do it. Does it have any more second level spots? It does. All right. Another guiding bolt. Okay. 16 to hit, which does hit for 15 damage, which turns into 30. So it's oh, and the next attack against this thing has advantage. I mean, it's already paralyzed, so it doesn't matter. But all right. This guy is let's see. What can he do that could actually help? I don't know.
I mean, even if it doesn't do damage, it'd be funny for him to run south and also club it.
I mean, he's not. He's smart enough to realize that didn't help, but maybe it was just a bad hit. He's gonna keep trying at least.
It can't. It can't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to be like in that like as one of basically the nobility if you don't keep trying. All right, so 12 to hit did not work, and he's gonna do. He's gonna do Scarlet Shield. See if that'll pop it. Okay, 20 would hit, but it doesn't do any damage either. All right, Sujor, for his part, is going to throw a ball of fire at the stun lock one via his cantrip, produce flame. He is a druid boy. 17 to hit for 3 damage, which turns into 6. But this one is still up. All right, and it is Mercy's turn. There are no more hostiles to burn in the immediate range. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
And she
Kane
can
has
just
a really
stab
interesting
over its
character
head.
idea that I've been distracted by. And I'm trying to workshop it with him.
Okay.
He wants to play the Oppenheimer that did the morning. Or, like, at least someone on the team.
Well, that would be quite a secret.
My
I hope there's no
my-
Sirens on the party in the party, because
but
oh boy.
my live morning killed people.
Yeah, I'm like talking about it. We're gonna make an attack first. There's a critical hit for 28 damage.
How do you want to do it? Jesus. You know what? You know what? That's I'm gonna just preemptively get rid of this one. You guys are out of combat. The ones that fled got away.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
Yeah, like they don't have a way to turn this around. The only ones that quote unquote survived are the ones who fled. And the one that ran into that portal fucking wishes it wasn't. All right. Let's see. Maybe running into a portal that uses, the plane of madness as a conduit isn't a good idea. All right. So, you guys are out of combat having pants to the fucking flying undead squad. What would you like to do in the last 15 minutes?
I'm gonna take a moment and repair all the damage to my sword. Oh wait, there isn't any.
I'm getting a bit tired, so I may call it for me.
Okay. Thanks for coming. And yeah, we'll Sujor for his part is going to say especially seeing you guys do what you did like in repairing that and then in fighting off those what was left of his tribe. He'll say to you guys as you get kind of gathering and getting together, tending to the two badly shell-shocked lizard folk. He'll say, "You've saved the islands and given the Kisama tribe peace. I'm not going to stay here any longer. I've finished my duty to the tribe. The Lutetia will take the island and guard it better than a single drow can," as he nods towards the two lizard folk who are just kind of seated and just reveling in existing. I'm going to the mainland. Maybe I'll join the Niquala there and learn how to grow Tilaxan lilies.
It's still nighttime, right?
It is. Yep.
Lizard folk don't have a lot of expressions, but the idea of like, hey guys, I'm just gonna wander out into the night where like a swarm of vampires just came from, and while out of character, I'm pretty sure Jackass went through the portal and he's fine. For all we know, that big bad guy is still out there, so
He'd be in more danger coming with us.
Yeah, seeing the he's pretty good at communicating with lizard folk at this point. Seeing you look a little apprehensive about saying this, he just kind of smiles, Sujur, and says, I'll be using the transcend, not going out into the jungle." And he says, he goes up to the gate and holds the key up.
Before he goes, if you have need of us again, find us in Mishann. And I'll snap my fingers trying to remember. Actually, I can't remember. What was the Elvish name for the site where Mishann is? He might know that better than Mishann.
Yeah. I want to say something with an L, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But he just nods because we'll say you remember it, and smiles and says, "I'll keep that in mind." And he activates the gate, and as he does, you see the gateway flicker, showing you a glimpse of jungle. Before he hands you the key, Purser, and then steps through.
I'll just give him a nod, and I'll hope that he is okay.
Yeah.
It's
but
it wasn't good.
But he's through. He's left you, and you now have you're not sure how it works, but you have a key to the Transcend Gate network, or at least this one. And
Nice.
I think that's a good spot to end it for this week. I just wanted to kind of finish the scene, so to speak.
Yeah.
And does anybody have anything they want to say, like that they'll forget before next time, or before Bemi gets back on the phone with Mima, or anything like that?
No, I'm.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
fair
pretty
enough.
okay.
And Mima keeps yelling about like dead pigeons getting stuck in the house.
That's not cool, man. That's not cool, man. That's not cool, man.
I don't even know how they got in here. I live in a pocket damn plane.
Purser's mirror was a booby trap. It's full of pigeons.
That would be the best way to get yourself truly cursed. But yeah, everybody, thanks for coming. I will.
Yeah, thanks for running.